Hey guys, Joe here with howtohotshot.com. This video I'm not going to spend next to a truck or a trailer. I'm going to spend this video just talking to you here from my backyard about something pretty important. At least something I think is really important for the hotshot trucking industry. Look, so you got out there, you got looking on the load board, and you start running across some vehicles, and they look like they're going to pay pretty well. I want to teach you some tools so that you can better understand how much money you're actually going to take away from those loads when you go to transport those. So first I'm going to start off talking about how specifically you can start making a lot more money in hotshotting than you might be able to make with your traditional car haulers. This was specifically to car hauling. So imagine, if you will, you're a dealer, okay, and you go down to the auction and you purchase 10 vehicles. Once you're done purchasing your vehicles, you've purchased 10. You hand that off to a broker. That broker then lists the 10 vehicles for transport. Now, oftentimes they'll take and they'll put 9 vehicles on a transportation on a listing for transportation for a transporter to come by. Sometimes they'll put 8 because 8 car haulers are more frequent nowadays. But oftentimes it's 9. So what that's going to leave you with is 1 or 2 vehicles that are kind of those stragglers. Now, believe it or not, depending on where that load might go, just for example, each vehicle going from point A to point B might pay $250 to the guy hauling 9 vehicles. But for the last individual vehicles, because they have to be individually listed, might pay $400 or $500. Now, that's going to be quite a shorter run if it's going to pay $400 or $500. But you can see how typically you can get between 30 and 50% more just hauling those little stragglers. Now, there is something on the offshoot. There's always a pro and a con. The con is that you're going down to the auction to pick up 1 individual car instead of going down and picking up 9 cars and then leaving and heading for your destination. You are going to have multiple pickup and drop-off points, but you can make more money that way. Another way that hotshot drivers can make a lot more money is a lot of times a 9-car carrier, an 8-car carrier, because of height restrictions, they're not going to be able to make it down some of these rural streets or down in through these cities on city streets, where a 1-ton with a 48 or a 50-foot trailer can easily pass in most circumstances. Always make sure that you're checking with municipal laws and that you're checking with your state laws. In some instances, you're going to need permits, but having a hotshot rig means that you can get, in a lot of instances, down to do a door-to-door service. Door-to-door services generally pay about twice what a normal load picking up at an auction going to a dealership is going to pay, because they understand that it does take more time. It is a more logistical issue. Some customers aren't going to be wanting to pick up and deliver later or earlier, although I will tell you I have had better luck with door-to-door customers than I have had with dealerships and auctions. My door-to-door customers will in some cases receive their vehicles at 3 o'clock in the morning. They want their cars. So this is the end of my part 1 video, specifically kind of talking about angles you can play to make a little bit more money. In my next video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit how to break that down specifically, and see how much money you're going to take home in profit after that's all said and done. Thank you. That's it.